Yeah.
Hello, it's take 2 of this week's coffee chat.
The first one was going so
We waffled.
well. So
We
well.
waffled
And
too
then
much.
What did Keely say? She said, cut, we're waffling too much.
So Keely's told us off for waffling too much, so I'm going to cut every conversation.
Right down to the
extremely
bare
short.
bones.
How are you guys doing? How was your weekend?
Fine.
Right, I'll just go back and tell you what was happening in the last coffee chat. This is how the mugs were. And then Simon started asking why, because this was mine and it's got nothing in it. This is Simon's tin. I didn't like the configuration of red, red, blue. So I said, you want
Do
to
you think
drink
it's the tighter ship than last time? I'm not sure it is. Anyway.
How was your weekend, guys?
Yeah, it was great.
Good weekend?
And
It's
the
been
reason
great.
mine's got nothing in it is because Jake's like, get in there and
No
do
one
coffee
cares
chats.
about your cup.
So I didn't have time to
Which,
make myself
again,
drink.
As I said last time, which they haven't seen, I've never said get in here. It's time to do coffee chat.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
It's going to be an extended version of this. People can watch it, buy, subscribe to. Yeah, the weekend was good. Weather was nice. It was warm. Had a nice walk, didn't we? We had a nice walk. One of our secret places we don't talk about.
Yeah, so I need to understand about these walks because you guys always go on these secret walks
We do.
that you don't tell me about. I've never heard of.
And we don't invite
and me and Emma end up always going to the same place.
Yeah.
Where do you go to?
The rest of the
Tankerton
world-
Slopes,
yeah.
which
That's
the whole
right by
world
your
is
house.
at.
That's not a walk,
So
is it?
Yeah.
Right
Okay,
by
but we
where you
find
live.
somewhere to walk
That's
from
more like
there.
putting the bins out, really, isn't it?
It is. But I'm a bit confused where you're finding these walks.
Well, we can't really say publicly because it would just get overrun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but recover.
Ah! She said it.
Do you know why? Because
Wait,
at the
what even
moment
is
there's
Reculver? I've never heard of
Oh,
Reculver.
Jake,
Ah.
we need to take you. Reculver, the towers. Is it the towers? It's like an old church that was built.
I feel like
You
me and
can
Emma
see
haven't
them.
explored anywhere, to be
No.
honest.
That's what I say.
Great
You walk
place
to
to go.
Tankerton
Great
Slopes,
place
which
to
is
go.
like putting your bins out.
Yeah, so when lockdown ends, we can take you to Reculver Towers.
The reason we like going there is because there's a coffee shop that's takeaway and it feels a little bit nice.
And you can find fossilised shark's teeth on the beach.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we do. Look
He has found one.
I know, I'm really gutted.
Did
that
you
we found
We'll
one.
bring it
Yeah.
along next week and show you.
Wow.
No, don't. It's really tiny. It's not visible.
I didn't understand.
Visible. It is visible.
Not on the camera. It's like this big.
Yeah, that's visible.
But it is a proper.
I'm pleased we keep it really tight
Fossilised
ship on this
shark.
particular talk. It's really like punchy.
So this week,
Yeah.
Ask
Was-
us an important question.
this isn't an important question.
No.
Oh,
It was -2 at the start of last week,
Yeah.
and then it was 16 this week. I'm not quite sure how that happened, but suddenly everyone's wanting to go out and get
they
in
are.
the sun.
They are.
I know.
It's feeling like
a
it's
few
getting
folks have
spring.
gone in the sea, I think.
In the sea.
Yeah, sea swimming's gone on, yeah.
Not with us.
Not with us, no, but there are a few folks that have braved it.
I
So-
changed coat because Simon told me not to wear the big duck coat that I've got, and he was
Yeah.
like, "You're going to bake." It's for Sunday afternoon,
She
and
was.
he managed to persuade me to
Had
put
to do an
my
intervention.
thin puffer on, and actually, it was
Yeah.
beautiful.
When is the earliest that you guys would go in the sea? When in the year is
What,
the
never?
earliest that you would go in the sea? Never.
She hates get.
See?
Okay, that's the answer then, is
She's
it?
like a gremlin, she doesn't get wet.
Oh, okay. That's not so
In
fun.
the sea.
In the sea.
Yeah. You only go in like once if the kids come down.
I do. I mean, it looks appealing, but it's sharp stones and.
I think I'd go in like May,
How long
Yeah.
have you lived here?
18 months.
Right. So did you go in last year?
No. But when I was living in Bournemouth,
Yeah.
I was going in the sea
Sandy
quite
beaches,
a lot.
sandy
But I think it's the sandy
Yeah.
beaches. You
When
feel
your
it feels
mates
more
go in.
inviting.
Mm.
You can walk in without like having to tiptoe around.
You need shoes. You need those sea shoes.
Sea shoes.
They're
Okay, I'll get sea
They're a
shoes.
thing.
All right, we'll move on because clearly Keely's going to say we're
Waffling.
Again.
waffling in a second. So, is there any books or TV programs that you're watching at the moment that's particularly interesting?
I'm reading Derek Morphew's Kingdom Reformation, which
Okay, that's
sounds
enough of that. That's not. He said
as
interesting.
challenging as it sounds. Yes, it's very good.
But it's very chunky.
Chunky and academic, and yeah, I'm
And you
enjoying
have to look up. I mean, Simon, who's like mega clever, loves reading. He has a paragraph, and out of that paragraph, he looks up 20 of the words.
That is disgusting.
I know.
They're the worst type
Yeah.
of books to read.
Exactly.
But you're powering through.
I wouldn't say powering, I would say I'm
No.
ploughing through.
Plowing, and it's really
Plowing
big. It's like
through.
600 pages.
Oh,
I'm hoping to
my
distill
life.
some really important truths about Jesus from it,
Great.
and distill them down to
And
bite-sized chunks for
for
people
us.
like
For people like me that will understand the summaries,
Yes.
but not the clever words.
one page summary coming up.
Yeah,
I'm very
that's the
one-page summary.
one.
Keely, are you watching or reading anything a bit more exciting than that?
The Bible.
Okay, great.
I'm watching the back catalogue of Not Going Out.
Now that is exciting.
Exactly.
I
Lee
love Lee Mack.
Exactly.
He's brilliant. But you were saying earlier that Tim Vine on our previous coffee chat that Tim Vine's no longer in it, which has got me a little bit sad.
For years, Jake. And I think what you're thinking of is you used to watch it with your parents.
We're not going now. We're not staying in. Oh, it's absolutely.
Okay, great. And it was very funny. And then there was a break, I think, for a few years.
Is it still as funny, or is
yes? And in that break, they got married and had 3 children.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I'm almost not believing you right now, but
well, it's true. So it's all based around that, and Bobby Ball is in this last series, and obviously he died last year, but he was actually
I don't know who that is.
You don't know? He's his dad, Lee Mack's dad.
Oh, really?
No, he's not
Cannon and
really.
Ball, comedy duo back in the day.
It's not really Lee Mack's dad.
Anyway,
it's Lee Mack's estranged
we're way
dad.
over the time. We're way over the time we spent last time.
Okay, can I just say, last time we cut at 5 minutes at this exact stage, and we're 6 minutes in at the same stage. So clearly we've waffled more this time than we did last time. And if you're still watching after even Simon talked about his boring book, then you're doing extremely well. Let's talk about Sunday.
Yes.
The title of your talk was "And They Were Called Christians." Do you want to give us a bit of a summary of? Yeah,
it's about the little bit of Antioch, where the early believers were first called Christian as a put down, as a mockery. Good little slaves of Jesus. The people of Antioch were witty and thought they'd come up with a name that would kind of belittle the early followers. So that was the term Christian, which obviously has stuck. And now is the label.
Yeah, so Christians kind of took that on, didn't they?
They took it on, even though it was a way to deride them and put them down and mock their kind of failed leader in Jesus who was crucified. They took it on, and it's been with us ever since. But it literally means little Christ, a little kind of Jesus slave. So it's not a great name, but it's a name that really embodies. Well, what I talked about on Sunday was that whole thing about Christ going low, going to the cross, the most powerful person who ever lived, becoming powerless seemingly, to restore us back to God's love. So that's the essence of the talk. But I really enjoyed Nick Page, great speaker,
he is.
Great author, worth looking up some of his books if you haven't. He's the guy who did the video on Sunday, and a great guy.
Yeah. So from your talk on Sunday, what was any key takeaway points for us to take away from it?
Well, what I loved about the passage that we looked at in Corinthians, where Paul talks about his thorn, the thorn that he prays to be removed, that God doesn't remove. But rather than removing it, he reveals something to him. He actually says, actually, in your suffering, my kingdom plan's been perfected. My kingdom is being worked out. And those little 4 words I talked about on Sunday, he said to me. I love that sense of actually God can speak to you, speak to me, speak into our situation. And so what I asked people to do is a bit of homework on Sunday, is go away and ask God to speak to you about your situation. So has God spoken to you? Or has God spoken to you since Sunday?
Not yet, I've been in a meeting.
I've been in a meeting. Okay.
Anyway, it might be very private.
It might be private, but I love that way that Paul said. I had this situation. I prayed, and God didn't take me out of that situation. I didn't actually, but He spoke to me, and that revelation.
That was my takeaway.
That revealing is really important.
Well, I felt like God has spoken to me this morning as I've been preparing my talk about something quite specific, but I don't want to go into it now because.
You want to get your powder dry.
It will come up on Sunday, but hopefully we'll get an idea of.
And the Marvel, should we just talk about the
Marvel theme? Simon, am I right in thinking there were 4 Marvel?
Count them, 4 references. 4 references. There were rockets.
Wait.
Oh, you better explain.
Can you put them down first in the comments? Because you never do this. Every time I say, put them in the comments. Maybe people don't watch this long. But put them down in the comments first. Because otherwise you're cheating, and I won't believe that you actually heard any of these. Okay, go.
So Rocket.
Okay.
He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's the raccoony guy.
Do you remember the context in which you said that?
Yes, I said, imagine you have an amazing rocket ship.
Okay, there we go.
Then I talked
just
about...
imagine that. You just threw that out.
Just a one-liner. Then shameless, really. And then I talked about shrinking down to the quantum level, like in the film Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, so that was a big analogy.
Yeah, that's 2 characters, up to 3 now. And then I did...
Because, if you don't know, Ant-Man is one character and the Wasp is a second character.
Another character, yes. They both shrink. And then the last one was a cheeky one, the wonder of the gospel.
Yeah, so I didn't notice that one.
So that was Wonder, who is also...
And I turned to him, because we were watching, and he never tells me what he's going to say. And he went, that was one. I went, what wonder? What's short for Wonder Woman? And he looked with complete...
Yeah. I mean, that's bang on trend, because WandaVision's a massive new Netflix series, which is trending hugely.
Yeah, but Wonder Woman's not in the right universe.
Wow, so not only...
Wonder.
Yeah, but I thought it was Wonder Woman, and you were like...
No. So four mentions.
So, do I have any left to?
You've got the Hulk.
I can't say them.
I tell you what, this is my last talk on this series, so it's the last time I've got to have any Marvel link in it. So we'll see if I manage.
Let's see if you manage it. Yeah. So he started today with just the Marvel character in the middle of his page and built his talk around.
Do you know? I have to completely forget about this until right at the end.
You
do.
You know, right at the end, because even if whilst you're writing it, you think, oh, that could be a link. Even that can get in the way of what's going on. So I wait right until the very end and then go, is there somewhere I can put this in?
And you can never tell, Jake.
Oh dear, thanks for
Can I
that.
just say, you never normally build like Marvel characters.
Next series, you're going to be Lord of the Rings characters?
Disney.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit of lockdown fun. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things, you know, a bit of fun, along with our coffee chat listeners.
Absolutely.
I think this is why they're listening.
Down to Disney, I think, next time.
Disney,
because Marvel's quite.
It's got to be one that I know more about Simon than rather than this one. So I'm going to do like AFC Bournemouth footballers.
Past and present.
Yeah. So, and maybe just I'll have more than
Bournemouth statistics from 1940.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Keely said after 12 minutes we need to shut up.
We
and
do.
It's 11 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us for this week's coffee chat, and we will see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.